Here's a focus. Hey,
Okay.
I see that we get a message there that we're live.
Right.
Aha, I'm seeing us.
All right, I see us now. Welcome, 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 everybody, to the Virtual Cantina's very own Star Wars Celebration Nightly News. We are here with all the latest updates from day one of Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023. I'm Ashley, and I am here with my awesome co-hosts / producers, Dave and Jeff. Hi, guys.
Hey, hey.
What's going on?
So check out this snazzy backdrop. We're on Coruscant with the Emperor Palpatine himself with his unlimited newscasting.
Unlimited celebration news.
Oh my God. And we do have a ton of day one news for you guys today. So without further ado,
Well, we have day -1 news
Zero.
to start off with.
Oh,
yeah. We got to back
cannot
out
forget.
promo a little bit. So
Backtrack.
we're going to back it up a little bit. And just here is your spoiler alert warning. You will die of FOMO.
Yes.
There is so much content going on.
So much.
I've already died and been revived. So
yeah.
There you go.
I get shocked back to life by the Emperor. That's why he's there zapping us all back to life.
Yes.
Yes.
So
last night was Boonta Eve.
Boonta Eve, finally.
Technically, it was 2 days ago in London right now, but so yeah, they looked like they had a lot of fun. There was a new winner of Alderaan Idol, as well as a ton of signing guests. So
so many guests there, and I think I feel like I've seen enough pictures that I almost know what the Breakfast Club layout of this place is. But this
seriously, it's so cool.
Yeah, is all kinds of different places and different venues within the venue. I think
nooks and crannies.
Yeah, it's like right there. It looks like a modern sushi bar kind of place, but it just looks so cool. And I'm getting FOMO just looking at these pictures.
And I may or may not have been just zooming in on each little things to see all the photos that the guys are signing down in front of them.
Oh yeah, the location looked like it was amazing, right on the waterfront in Canary Wharf.
Yeah,
Wharf. I'm not sure exactly how that's pronounced, but it's one of those. And yeah, they Spencer had posted some video from leading into the event and some performances. There's a great video on YouTube of Blues Harvest opening the show.
Oh yeah, singing "Don't You Forget About Me."
It's a modified version specifically for Boonta Eve, so that's really cool. Little lyric switch up there, and then we got to Alderaan Idol.
Yes,
some great.
I've watched. I don't know. I don't think I've seen all the performances, but I've seen a bunch of them. Up the game,
big time. I thought last year was phenomenal. You guys, these talented contestants, they just blew everybody away
fast. It was great to see the audition videos back when we did our preview show. That was really cool. A lot of great songs and people killing it. So it's one thing to pick a good song, it's another thing to do an amazing job at it.
Yeah, not just sang it. Yeah.
So did you skip over the Dark Lord of the
I think we did. We can roll back to that a little bit.
Prior there was some open karaoke as we do, and again the Dark Lord of the Flat Lord of the Sith, as it were, in 3D made an appearance. I wasn't sure if he was going to. I heard contrary to that, something about the Snuggie wasn't making the trip or something along those lines.
I think we guilted him into it.
Well, I'm glad it did because it looks so much fun. So way to go, Spencer.
Yeah. He's so charismatic that the camera between the person taking the photo and him couldn't even capture his image. like a
Right.
dark screen right there. He's
He's so dark side.
Lord. Yes, exactly.
So dark side.
You know,
Much so.
it's one of the fun things about that event is people just getting up to sing. You don't have to be part of the competition. You can you know, throw your hat in the throw your hat in the mix and
Yeah.
pick a song and, you know, do your thing and have some fun. And it's great to hear all the different performances through the evening.
I don't think I had enough to drink at the last celebration to want to participate in karaoke, but who knows? Maybe in 2025.
Yeah,
But don't
you have
quote
to have
me.
a little bit of lubrication for that
Yeah.
kind of, at least for myself as well. But some people do it amazingly without, or maybe they do with it with. I don't know, but they
I
do
don't know.
amazing
The only
jobs.
kind of
So.
karaoke I will sing is like Disney musical songs, and
Oh yeah.
like,
There you go.
know, you want, I really don't know that you want to see me up on stage rocking "Kiss the Girl," but I will.
Yeah, but technically, ever since Lucasfilm was bought by Disney, Duel of the Fates is now a Disney musical.
That's
And you can just make up your own lyrics. So
Oh, there is that. Have you seen that lyric video of it?
the corn on the cob, yeah.
It's amazing.
So
I
we
would
can
just do
expect that
that
in 2025.
Yes, you could do a group of
Perfect.
that. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
mean,
of
look at
course,
this
our-
place.
Our fabulous hosts and DJs right here. We've got Details and Level Up Leroy.
With
Yeah.
the man himself,
Think
Spencer, in one of
absolutely
his costume changes. I think he wore at least 3 different outfits that night. He is known for switching shirts for, you know, specific to what exactly is going on.
So
But he had
cool.
2 different versions of the Bunta shirt, is to clarify. So wasn't that different? He was wearing the red one, and now he's wearing the blue one in this photo.
The Vacation Lando shirt is also very awesome. So
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Level Up Leroy is always a fashion plate, and Details looks amazing as well there.
yes.
This is the
And then-
first round or second round. This is the
Yeah.
people that
I
went
think
into the second round,
these are the guys that made it into the second round.
right?
Very
And,
cool. I see a lot of
everybody
talented people in this group.
did an amazing job with
Yeah.
some of the songs. Yeah, like you said, some of the videos I saw. And there's our winners. Wow.
Woo!
Huge
Holding up
congratulations.
their amazing trophies that John Chiato made for them.
Honestly, I don't think there's a better karaoke trophy in history. Like, and it's funny that it's John.
Yeah, the
The
it's
Kyber
sort of the
crystals.
antithesis of a kyber crystal.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a black one that he's actually able to print one.
Yeah.
I would think
Produce the
would
black
not
one, but
allow
cannot.
that.
You'll get
Yeah.
it someday, John. No worries.
But
Yeah.
there we go, and here they are
Well-
with our fantastic celebrity judges as well.
Yay.
And if you notice, AJ is there amongst the winners again. So he now has 2 of those amazing trophies.
Ooh.
He
in
has a
2
first
different
and a
colors.
second now.
Yes.
Because, you know,
So-
if you know, you know. But I'm thinking the only way AJ was actually going to win was to lose. Because if he won,
Yeah, he wouldn't have went home
He
too
wou-
happy.
he wouldn't have gone home
The rest of the
happy.
weekend would have been a little bit different.
Yeah.
So if you know, you know. But I'm thinking next year, or not next year, but next celebration.
Next time, yeah.
That AJ might not even give it his all, so he can be a completist and hit the
Ooh.
3rd place.
Woo.
So
Okay.
he'd actually have a full set. That could be
The
amazing.
gauntlet is thrown down, AJ. So we're
I
gonna
don't
be
want
watching you
him
next
to
time.
pull any punches, you know. He gives it his all. He's an amazing performer. But
Yeah.
he, could very easily come in the top 3 and be like, I'm not gonna give it as much as maybe I could, and then I'll come home with the blue one the next time and be like, I'm the only one who's got all top 3.
Then he can set up at, oh, there we
It's
go.
like-
again.
It's like the EGOT of Alderaan Idol.
Well,
All
then
3
he can set up his own his own organic cup at home. He can just
Yes.
set this up with all the Kybers in it.
Speaking of which, yes, so have the new top 3 added to the Organa Cup there. Someday maybe that'll be the next 3D printing assignment for John Chiato.
Or you can just get like a miniature Stanley Cup, paint it
Yeah, well,
gold and
it's a little
add some
different
names.
than the Stanley Cup. It's not quite the same in terms of, it's based on it.
Yes.
We like to
It's
borrow
from
here.
Alderaan. It's the Space Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And it's made out of Alderaan gold or whatever that is.
So yeah, without further ado, let's get there. This was the celebration eve, the what breaks us all in. Boonty Eve was fabulous, but you want to hear about like
Kickoff.
what the craziness that happened today.
Yep.
Okay.
Celebration proper.
Yes. Day one, by all accounts, was just crazy. And I'm talking crazy in a good way.
Oh
Usually
my
is.
gosh.
So I'm sure if you have one of these guides, it's going to be your friend for the weekend. Although the app seems to be pretty good this year.
The apps, I think I've heard good things about the app, but I've heard bad things about the Wi-Fi. So the book may still be.
Yeah, little double-edged sword there.
Oh yeah, without fail, the last two celebrations that I went to, the app has been kind of hit or miss.
It is
So
hit or miss.
actually having the program guide is probably the best bet for all of you guys.
And really, it's you can sit down with like a highlighter or something and just go through and be like, this is what I want to hit.
And it just makes, getting the show floor and where all the exhibitors are with the Acme Archives art show is all of that.
It has maps in it too. That's always a good thing.
Well, and that is going to solve a whole lot of the problems that I've approved in the queue on our page today, which is I can't find the watches booth. I can't find the new one. I can't find such and so and so and so. That's what.
Definitely get that book.
Yeah, I would imagine they also have some large signage around the con. They tend to do that, but sometimes it's easy to miss. But do as Spencer says though, and have your top three for sort of each thing you're doing, so that you have the ability to if you really want to go and you can make it, great. But if you're not able to make it, then there's some other option, and then maybe even a third option to follow up with, just to make sure you can do some things, because you're not going to be able to do everything at Celebration. That's one of the things about some of the coming photos here. There's always going to be lines.
Absolutely. And as you can see in the queue, this looks to be fairly early this morning, probably around 9 o'clock before they opened.
But those lines change.
Yeah,
Some lines can balloon.
I've seen this photo later. Ta-da!
Yeah. That's going to be your
thousands and thousands of your best friend, all there to celebrate the same way you are. All things Star Wars.
I'm just saying, people are going like, "Oh my gracious, look at those lines! I'd never want to do that. I don't want to be there." I made some of my best friends in law.
Seriously, I've met some amazing people.
Everybody's asking too on the page. Where do I trade swag? Where do I meet up? Where do I right there? In that line,
you're kind of a captive audience amongst the people you're around. So that is a good place to, especially if you're a swag trader, hand out stuff. That way you'll get a lot of positive feedback. If you're somebody like Spencer, who's probably just chatting up everybody about the page and the VCN.
And by the way, you guys, we are at 50,000 members.
Oh yeah,
over 1,000 of you have joined us recently, and we just want to thank you guys so much for that. Yeah, it's been huge. So if you're out there spreading the word about the group at Celebration, thank you guys so much. If you're doing it at home so you can stay up to date on all the coverage, thank you. We appreciate you guys.
Oh, absolutely. The greatest group in the galaxy.
I'm sure you could pick out quite a few family members in that photo if we were able to zoom.
It's like, need it, got it, need it. Yeah.
So that's one of the things is lines, but Celebration's full of other stuff too.
Yeah.
Photo ops.
Look at this amazing thing. Oh my God. I'm so glad they brought the TIE Fighter back. I saw this at Anaheim and the prop masters, and I think it's the Belgian group.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Belgian
Belgians
prep
are
has-
amazing. They come up
They
with
do
some of the
amazing
most
stuff. Yeah.
screen accurate, full size sets and ships and vehicles and things that are just, you know, something that makes your jaw drop.
Like this is life size. Like this right here.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
Walk
gentleman standing
underneath
next
it.
to it. So
It's
that's
so
what
amazing.
piloting a TIE fighter would be like. And we get to see it.
We'll show off some more of their stuff from the show floor through the week
Right.
on the other
Yeah.
episodes, but this one I believe is the same one that was at Anaheim, was it not?
It is. Yeah.
I think so. And guys, if you're watching, if you're listening, great job. Thank you so much for bringing it out. But
Oh,
we're gonna challenge you to get one that's, you know, kind of Rebels painted.
Yes, please.
Let's-
Yes,
Full
please.
size.
Let's get a Sabine painted one.
I know
out
my girl
there.
Callie. She can Callisto. You can make some magic happen. Just throwing it out there, girl.
Yeah. That's it. But very cool. And then this. Oh
Oh,
man.
I'm
The
dead.
Rebels lovers in the house.
So
And our
this is the fantastic text I got from the one on the left. The fantastic text I got from Mr. Mark Von Olin at celebration with the photo op. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. I love the TIE fighter, but to me, this is the
that's
photo op.
amazing looking. It looks like it's a literal stone wall sitting
It
in that
does.
hall from the photo on the right. It just
Oh.
it is a piece, and I mean, it's like it's got to be the legit set piece. That's what I mentioned in the chat earlier.
Yeah, because look how like far off it's roped off, and it's
Oh, yeah.
allowing people to take pictures that, you know, where Mark is standing. You can't get any closer, and I'm just like, holy crap, I cannot believe this exists. Like, this is in the real world.
It's a true piece of
and
art in multiple ways.
Yeah.
The care that they've taken to light it, how they've got it
Oh,
lit
yeah.
in the,
They have that whole-
they've got it lit from the bottom. They've got these trusses at the top. That's
Yeah.
how we thought at first. We were kind of speculating, no, it can't just be a photo op or that. Oh yeah,
I was like,
Jake's
oh,
over here
please,
in the
oh,
chat
please.
on Facebook, and he's like, I hope they bring this to the photo op in 25. Well,
Oh.
yeah,
Yes, please,
absolutely.
Jake. Please.
I think this is going to be something that they need to bring around to future celebrations, for sure. Because
Yeah.
by then, the some of this content will be even more, you know, pertinent.
Absolutely.
man.
And thank you, Jake, by the way, for the 50K, the 50,000.
Oh yes,
Yay.
Absolutely great, fabulous, amazing. Thank you for that. And
just in time. I can't believe we were just going over that,
yes,
finalizing it, and we're like, that looks great. Oh, hey, we just hit the damn number. Holy
and if you haven't figured this out yet, you better get started on 51. Get to it.
yeah.
Talk to some people online, you guys. Don't be shy.
There's
But
it.
honestly, this is
Sure.
probably the best wake up call I got at 4:45 this
Oh, it's
morning.
amazing.
Like,
So cool.
honestly,
You know, there's going to be a lot of people at Celebration that aren't sure what this is,
Mm-hmm.
but I think after the show, they're going to all be familiar with it, considering what the reveals we get in some of the things that we are going to talk about later.
Well, then let's like roll
Well,
right.
later
in.
is now, huh?
Later is now, because now is the time
Making
to
it
talk
happen.
about panels. Now that's not going to be the first one we talk about, but
No.
man, panels today. The first panel that started off, I don't think was streamed anywhere, right? Lucasfilm was not.
no. The
big
trailers were
panel?
put online, but
Mhm.
it was not streamed. No.
Right. Yeah. So we don't have these panels in order, I don't think, but
No, there's no.
I think they're more in the
particular
order we feel like
Talking
jazzed about them, maybe. As
Well,
opposed to
we
Look at that. That's gorgeous.
oh yeah, before the panels start,
the
things happen at the
celebration
stages.
stage. You want to talk about representing? It's all about wearing a cool shirt. Okay, it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
about wearing a cool
Seriously.
shirt. Because
Get yourselves a
you wear
virtual Cantina
a cool
racer
shirt.
because
Look at that. Do you recognize this?
The one that
Great.
Dave has on is on the stage. That is, talk about being seen. Oh, anyways, okay, yeah. There was
Yeah,
another
I mean, it's that. We've got, I think, multiple members of this group on that stage right
yes,
there. And
that's
and
amazing.
including DJ Elliott, the
absolutely.
MC, and
So-
you know, our fearless leader on the right side in his racer and his VC hat.
Yeah.
Definitely
Represent.
rocking virtual Cantina merch.
There you go. You're twinning.
Yep.
But yeah, is right there. This is one of those like pre-panel games that they were playing, and I think I don't know what the game was, but I think I hear that Spencer
Rapid
wants
Fire, I believe, was what it was
Rapid
called.
Fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I just heard that he like took out a little kid.
Yeah,
That
pushed one to the side and smacked the other one, microphones out of their hand.
And he got a really awesome results t-shirt. Results, probably the button down on t-shirt, but
Roosevelt.
those are
Such
really,
a weird
really
name.
cool.
Yeah, those shirts are some of the most like cool, stylish kind of geek merch that's out there right now.
Like totally geeky, on par with Hawaiian shirts, but make it Star Wars.
yeah,
and quality.
So right there, what we're talking about, Andor talking about season 2 at the Lucasfilm panel.
Yeah, it looks like most of the cast are there. I see Andy Serkis, I see Genevieve O'Reilly, Denise Go, Diego Luna himself, just so many amazing cast members there to talk about filming season 1 and where they're at in season 2. Did you guys see all of the like prisoners?
The running of the prisoners.
The running of the prisoners, but they had them all on stage with Tony Gilroy, Diego Luna, and the other, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his name right now, but the other showrunner, and just huge amount of people running in their Narkin 5 uniforms, yelling one way out, and it was just so cool.
I saw a great photo of individual being pushed in a wheelchair, and what he was carrying. He was him and his pusher were dressed as prisoners, and what he was carrying was the doohickey or whatever that they were making in those rooms.
The piece of the satellite. It was so crazy.
The
Death
pictures
Star from the floor of after. I don't know if it was before or after this panel or what, but Andy Serkis just out on the floor taking selfies.
Yeah, I saw a few photos of him with people. Yeah, that's great.
If you can ever get the chance to meet Andy, definitely do it. He's such a sweetheart.
And then
that's the kind of thing that's really given me the FOMO, is that when seeing John and Dave, cruising the show store, last night.
Gotta get those Ahsoka shirts.
Or seeing, Andy or whoever, out in the hall today. That kind of stuff is really what I kind of enjoy about Celebration, is that you never know who you're going to run across. I've run across some amazing people from Star Wars at those shows, and from other things too, that are just Star Wars fans and just happen to be there, but are known for whatever else.
Yeah.
Well, I think Spencer said he ran into one of his favorite Disney bloggers, I think.
Oh yeah. Paging Mr. Morrow. He's a great blogger.
Oh yeah, I love his blogs.
Going as far back as Celebration 1, I remember walking the vendor's room, which was actually a tent because they were misguided at the time. And it wasn't even Celebration 1, it was just Celebration. But I'm wandering down the packed aisle full of people looking at stuff. And as I'm going one way, here comes some guy in a baseball cap going the other way. And I'm like, wow, his face looks familiar. And I was like, Alice Cooper? And he's like, I was like, can I get a photo? And people were like walking by going, who's this guy that's taking a photo of? I'm like, this fucking Alice Cooper.
He didn't have the eye makeup on, right?
Oh, he was, no makeup on, of course. Just a baseball cap. His hair was either in a ponytail or, behind his head.
Right.
He didn't look like what his stage persona is. He was more what's his last? I can't remember what his real name is, but it's definitely not Alice Cooper. Anyway, so you never know who you're going to run into. I've like I said.
Well, and right there, the celebrities that are in these big panels that if you didn't get into and you didn't make it into the room, this is Tony and Diego, and immediately following this panel, they're out on the live stage.
Right. Yeah,
they're going after that, talking about the show, because that was streamed, that I was watching. The live.
Yeah, they had almost 5 hours of that stage, which was very cool. That's
all the different panels and having many of these
Yeah, with some other panels too. Right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
many of these people, it was their first time being at Celebration. So to be in essentially, the Armorer's Forge, that stage is just so cool looking. Being in the Armorer's Forge in the middle of all those people, like that sea of people, like that's overwhelming, and the love is real. The love is there. You can totally tell that these people are psyched for what's to
Oh,
come.
and I
with
saw
Star Wars.
Diego was like playing with the props. They weren't props,
Yeah,
they were real armor hammers and
yeah.
this is real. What is going on?
They don't have
Like,
cool
Out there. And Celebration is taking, I think, at least one featured panel every day, and they're going to stream that panel as well, is I think from the Celebration stage, not even from the live stages, a panel on Celebration stage. Today it was making of Andor season 1.
right.
So you got the whole deal with all of these guys in there. Very cool panel, and check that out on YouTube if you haven't.
Definitely. There's so much content, and honestly, like I've watched the Ahsoka panel like almost 40 times, and we'll get into that, but yeah.
Yeah. And then this took up hours on the live stage because they brought out everybody in small groups that's involved in the Acolyte.
It's going to be huge, you guys. Very huge.
That's one of the things that they can take in, like a big panel like this with a large cast, and then pepper it out through the day on the live stage after they've done their thing here on the Celebration stage.
Okay.
So you learned so much about the Acolyte and what's to come in it, and Amandla Stenberg,
Good cast.
Jae Jung Kim from Squid Games, like in his first American film, or American project. Like this is big for him. They had him out on the live stage with Amandla and his interpreter, and his character, I guess, gets to hold a lightsaber. So he was really, really excited about that. And
and talk about excited to have a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Okay. In this we have
show that cast
Wookiee with the lights. Yeah, let's show the cast photo. We got a Wookiee with a lightsaber.
Our boy Jonas is back.
Jonas gets another role in Star Wars.
Yeah,
a resident Wookiee. Good on him.
But with a lightsaber, you guys, it's not just Gungi.
Yeah, that's the next step. Yeah, Gungi is a cool little animated fellow with the little funny tooth, but live action Wookiee with a lightsaber is going to be pretty hardcore. I think it's going to be like Black Chrysanthemum crossed with I don't know what.
And I love how
a Jedi Temple Guard. Yeah,
these characters are. Like, check out. I don't know the name of the actress in the middle. Okay, she's not playing Padme Amidala.
Yeah, that's Amandla Stenberg.
To her panel in cosplay.
She's all of us, you guys. Like the girl played Rue in the Hunger Games.
When I first saw this
catalyst for the Hunger Games, and she's rocking the Padme.
When I first saw this photo, I'm like, oh, that's great. Somebody got a photo op with the entire cast. And then I was like, wait, she's in other photos as a cast member. It's like, oh, that's very cool. Oops. Again, it's so cool to see these people that are part of these shows and then are ultimately true fans. True fan is a weird term, and anybody's a fan, whatever, but the deeper the fandom is when I kind of call it a true
people
fan.
Working now. We just had Leilani and Chris Bartlett on last night the watch along. The actors in the show are super fans. They're Star Wars
super fans indeed.
Right there.
And you can see with Lizzo. Lizzo grew up with her dad watching Star Wars, and now she's a part of it. She's the Duchess, and just made her emotional. So that's huge. We're all fans. We're all connected.
It's very cool.
Very cool. That's what's great about, like you said, Eunice's reaction to, now he gets to be a saber wielder.
Yeah.
On top of already being an amazing franchise, and taking over in the footsteps of Peter Mayhew.
Absolutely.
Well, and then here's one of those, this was the Kenobi of the day, because this is the real FOMO, is the Mandalorian panel and the results of being able to have been there.
Oh, right. Yeah, this was exactly the Kenobi from last year kind of thing. If you were in the right place at the right time, the right panel at the right time kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they got to watch episode 7 or
7. Yep.
23, right?
Yes.
Chapter 23, yes. Season 3, episode 7, chapter 23.
So that's very cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear anything about it from anybody.
No spoilers. None.
Not listening.
Don't you dare.
I was disappointed that I went to a television festival last weekend, and I went to the Mandalorian panel, and they showed us an episode, but they showed us the current episode, and I was a little heartbroken that they didn't show us episode 6 then. And it was a great episode, but those kind of the events usually have a little preview, but this, I was very glad that they did that for the people at Celebration.
Very cool.
And it's almost a week early. It's very cool.
Well, see, that's my level of FOMO is like Kenobi. They went ahead and dropped those on D+. So,
Yeah, that's where you were asking.
And it's like, I've asked people in the panel, like, going to drop it? Are they going to drop it? Are they going to drop? No.
We got to wait. Tuesday night, midnight.
But that made something really
3 a.m.
for the ones there. It really
Absolutely. Was. Yeah. And, to come all the way to London, I think it's only fair to throw them a bone.
One of those
like
experiences that is Celebration, at its core kind of thing.
You get to say you've been there. So the cast, it looks like they have Katie and Carl and Emily and Dave and John, of course, and Giancarlo Esposito, the man. Pedro wasn't able to attend, but he did send a video message to the fans and to the cast.
Other cast shot there.
I'm trying it. There we go.
Yeah.
What's funny is he
and
was
Rick
on
was there
video.
too. Yeah.
He was on video for the audience or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was live or pre-recorded, but like I said, I was at an event this past weekend where he was there with John, Dave, Rick, and Katie, and but that's also, I'm in LA, so that's a different thing. But also, north of where I live in LA is a town that tends to be kind of like a refuge for, stars and other people at times. And a friend of mine who lives up there in the Ojai Valley said his daughter waited on Pedro today.
Oh my gosh, that's
like
awesome.
He's hanging out at his home in, the mountains or whatever, and not worrying about Celebration. He's, obviously reaching out to the fans for the event, but he's taking time
there watching the live stream on the live stage with the rest of us, right?
Yeah, there you go. He's like, I'm not going to get that FOMO. I don't want to die.
Oh, there.
Oh man, look at these legends. We got Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Rick Famuyiga.
That's
all right. Here's my cosplay for the day.
There you go.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Did you see the photo that Spencer took of some of the lighting from this panel? So there was a shot. He posted at least one shot of the sidewall with this amazing silhouette of Dave in his cowboy hat. I was like, that is an amazing. That's an artistic photo right there.
It was an artistic photo. It was great because they was like going, guess who? And I thought it was someone else that would be wearing an iconic hat.
Oh. No, he probably didn't make it to London.
That was the FOMO. It's what that was. I saw that lighting.
Oh man, so cool.
But yeah, and then we get to know more about Skeleton Crew because we've been talking and speculating and going like, what is this? What is that going to be about?
It is probably the Lucasfilm project that I know the least about, and I'm curious because if it's geared towards young adults, usually I like young adult books. They're fun to read, and this could be fun.
I think so, and I think it's and I don't want to say this in a bad way, but I think it's geared towards capturing the magic of Ghostbusters Afterlife with that younger cast.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Something about it being sort of
Stranger Things,
Goonies-esque, maybe.
Very cool.
Absolutely,
like thing, like an 80s kind of kid movie kind of thing. Not kid movie, but kid-led movie.
Right.
Is because technically Star Wars is a kids movie, and we're all still watching the crap out of it.
Obsessed with it so much that we will watch live streams from thousands of miles away just to get any little tidbit of information.
No
and then do a
regrets.
show about it.
None.
That's right. We're
None.
not just watching the thing. We're talking about watching the thing, and
Exactly.
you're listening to us
Yes.
talk about watching.
You are
the thing.
part of it.
So there it is. But yeah, all this cast going out.
Yeah,
and
so
I
the
can't
you know
wait
the
to
young
know more
cast
about
there.
these and learn the names of all these kids and what they're
Yeah.
going to do. And I
I
think
love
it's
that they're bringing more kind of main characters into the fray.
It's been a long time. It's been since
Yeah, a long
Jake
time
Lloyd.
coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
Anakin was
Vivian.
really an anomaly.
Yeah.
9-year-old Anakin in episode 1
All
was
right.
not something that really had happened prior to that. You didn't have any children. Everybody was of age or, late teens.
Warwick.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
But
he was 11. Yeah.
You just
he
didn't know
wasn't
it because
playing
he
an
was
11-year-old
so
per se.
wicked
We don't know
young.
how Ewoks age, but he wasn't necessarily playing a child. He was a younger Ewok, but not, I don't know.
Right.
I'm trying to
No, and
justify my.
it's cool. Like, it's not just Grant and Antonio Vina, who played young Cassian, and Vivian Lyra Blair, who played young Leia. It's more kids. It's bringing everybody into the set.
They are going to be like the Star Wars Brat Pack.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's
They're going to do like 6 other movies together.
Yeah, and especially if it continues
everywhere.
for multiple seasons, like, it'll be cool to see where it goes. They'll grow up on screen just like the Stranger Things.
I'd love to see like them sort of get to be like the heir apparent of like the autograph hall or something, and be like Leilani had talked about with when her and Misty and Chris and other people from the show are in an autograph area together, that it's just a party. I would think that that could evolve amongst the kid actors as well, that it would be this great thing that they kind of all look forward to, and you get a different vibe from it as a fan because of how much they kind of get along per se. That'd be great to see, but we have it with the Mandalorian cast currently, so at least we have.
And it started a little bit because I think they put Grant right next to Antonio at Rhode Island.
Right, so there you go. We can kick it off there.
They didn't, they didn't have the greatest of relationship and talk because they're kids and they're shy and they're already meeting these adults, and there's a little bit of a language barrier going
the language barrier, I would say.
But I think both of them like made overtures and started like giving each other their own figures or swag or signed or whatever.
Yeah, it was cute.
So,
peace offerings.
Yeah, and Grant is a little bit younger than Antonio. I think Antonio is 14, 15 years old.
Oh yeah.
And Grant is probably like 11 or 12. So but yeah, and having this cast and Jude Law playing his role in it, it's going to be must-see TV. Like, I don't know, give me anything Star Wars, I'll watch it. So
absolutely. and it's like they've been telling us the worlds are interconnected. I'm not going to give spoilers for Mando, I guess I'm not, but there's going to be characters from the Mandalorian show in Skeleton Crew. Just saying.
Get hyped.
Yeah, we have confirmed.
Yes.
Anyways,
very connected worlds.
So that is very cool.
Speaking of connected worlds,
those worlds between worlds.
So how much did you lose your mind at this, Ashley?
Okay, enough to get up at 4:45 in the morning on my day off and read those texts. I love you, Spencer. I love you, Mark. But I love you guys that much to allow you to do that to me. I left my ringer on purpose. So
you knew it was coming.
Honestly, like I've seen it. I've seen it about 40 times now. I've watched it all day long. I've dissected it. Screen Crush, New Rock Stars. I still can't believe it exists, you guys. Like, this is everything to me. So I know a lot of people, my beloved Jamie friend included, are very protective of these characters and want them to be treated with care when it comes time to go into live action. And honestly, my opinion is, by looking at the footage, by looking at the photos of Natasha Lou Bordizzo in Sabine's epilogue armor, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera. Like, it's confirmed, it's happening. Like, look how good she looks, you guys.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Well,
Like,
and I
it's
love the shots from the trailer with the longer grown out
yeah,
hair.
but still colorful. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sabine looks amazing.
Yes.
But
Perfect.
yes,
Mwah.
still
Brilliant
colorful,
casting.
but that's one of the things they mentioned in the Screen Crush video was the last shot of Sabine from Rebels. She had basically, close cropped,
Yeah,
shorter hair than
purple
you have,
hair. Yeah.
and now it's down past her shoulders. So it's been quite some time.
Right.
I
And
wanna
she's
see how
wearing
that-
Rebellion Captain jacket too. So as we'll see
Nice,
when
yeah.
we go through there. But yeah, this
Whatever.
confirms that Mary Elizabeth Winstead is Hera Syndulla. And in this shot, she's piloting the Phantom. So the Phantom exists in live action, you guys, like the little shuttle from the Ghost. And oh
That
my
means
God,
the
she's
Ghost will
Phantom
obviously
exists.
exist as
Yeah.
well.
They haven't showed us that yet, but I'm
No.
totally fine with it. This little sneak peek at the Phantom was just perfect.
Mhm.
She looks so good. Like, I loved her in Scott Pilgrim versus the World and Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. She's a phenomenal actress. She's obviously Mrs. Obi-Wan Kenobi, so it's only right that she should have her foray into the Star Wars universe. And what better character?
And you start picking the little Easter eggs and stuff on this. The
Yeah.
insignia she's wearing, same insignia that we've just recently seen in the Mandalorian show, right?
Yeah.
That's that New Republic commando, not officer,
Yeah.
flight leader, some whatever it is.
Ranger.
But yeah, so she's wearing the same insignia and wearing those same kind of jackets that we just saw
She
another
is.
Rebels person in.
Mhm. Get excited. So
So
yeah,
there is no way that they can't not cross paths
none.
being an organization. So I think they told us who we're going to see without telling us who we're going to see.
Mhm.
Facts.
Yes.
I totally think you're right. But honestly, like, I'm putting my faith in Dave. I know he loves these characters as much as I do, and as much as so many of us do. Just the fact that we're seeing this, I look at this. I just it's making me way big again. Okay.
Oh, there's-
It is. We'll get there. And then, okay, if you're not going to weep with that screenshot from this trailer,
Yeah,
right there.
I
With
made sure to get a
his
screenshot of
subtitle.
this. And
with his subtitle is the best part.
so
I was thinking of replacing this shot, but I was like, no, that
No.
subtitle is necessary.
now I like leaving subtitles on when I watch my YouTube
Yeah.
videos and when I watch my Disney Plus, because sometimes I'm just not awake when I'm watching things
Mhm.
at 3 a.m.
There's
And
a lot you can pick up though.
yeah, exactly. Like background voices, music, whatever. But this was so important that I'm like, this is just sums up my boy perfectly. So
Mhm.
we get to see Chopper in the Phantom, and we can see the little like fin of the Phantom right there. And yay. It just
His
makes me
hand
more
sticking
happy.
up out of his head is just
He's just like, well,
Yeah, and I
Doing his
want
full
to find
Chopper.
out so much more about this because
yeah.
I'm just ballparking. That's like, well, we saw a practical Chopper at Anaheim, did we not?
And we did.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
He rolled out on stage and did his little dance in front of the table, and Dave got all nervous because he said expensive.
Yeah, he didn't want him to fall off the
Didn't want him to fall off the stage while he's grooving around, but like the little head bobble, and you can kind of see him
Yeah, the
doing
way
it
his
there.
head does that thing.
I love it. Oh my God, you guys. Like, if I was going to have anybody come into live action, I was so hoping it was Chopper. And Rogue One was just a little tease, and now we have our boy. So,
That's the right thing.
It's
And
it's
just getting so much more and continuing as we go with it.
the feels, you guys. And you have Sabine looking at a hologram of Ezra.
yeah.
And you can't quite see who Ezra is.
You can tell it's Ezra,
They
but
gotta
you-
leave us a little bit more.
Yeah, you know costume. If last 2 seasons of Rebels, you know the costume.
Right.
That Ezra's gotten as he's gotten older, and just how wistful and how sad Sabine looks in this photo. And it's current times. It's she's got the long hair.
Mhm.
So I'm like, they didn't find him when they went to go look for him in the epilogue, and
What?
it kind of makes me sad.
Well, here's the crazy that I'm getting from that, and I don't know, is I haven't watched the Screen Crush or anything. Is
Screen Crush is
I
long.
wasn't sure, is that an old hollow photo, or are they
Yeah.
currently communicating?
Oh,
Oh,
we don't know.
yeah, see,
We don't
My
know,
only
we
thing
can't
is that
tell how old Ezra is in that hollow image. Is this
right?
Ezra from before he left?
Exactly.
Right,
We don't
right,
know.
Ezra communicating with her
Exactly.
currently.
the thing about that though is that the way Ezra kind of looks, like his body language seems
It's very
awesome.
stiff. It's like
Yeah.
a file photo or something.
Right, like yeah,
Look,
like
don't mess
yeah.
with my head canon. I got until August to
Yeah, by the way, you
Yeah,
guys, this
August.
premieres in
Wow.
August. So
We
what a
got-
way to end the summer. A lot sooner than the October that was kind of bandied about. But and I'm excited. And look at these women. They're so cool. Oh my God.
absolutely
great,
is
strong characters. This is an
Seriously.
amazing female-led show.
And we have Diana Lee Inosanto back as the magistrate.
Strong
So
female
Elsbeth, Morgan Elsbeth, she is
antagonist, yeah.
back.
That's amazing.
We also, yeah, you
So
can see
there they are.
Natasha
They
and
look like they're having so much fun up there.
oh my God, yeah, and Rosario and Mary Elizabeth, and it's just
Rosario with her hair recently
braided.
raided the hell out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing looking.
Oh,
But,
so cool. And I'm glad this is like one hell of a premiere for Mary Elizabeth. Like she
right.
wasn't, it was kind of teased about at Celebration Anaheim,
Right.
but to just have her appear here, so cool.
So,
And the
there's
Ahsoka
the date.
poster.
Yeah, it's August.
They've definitely updated those contact lenses and that Leiku, the Montrails look amazing.
absolutely.
Yes,
I
I'm
hope
so
that
excited.
translates a little bit, and that's not just the still photo that's just like crazy good there. But
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
one of the things is this type of publicity shot tends to be amazing, regardless of how it actually looks on screen or in person. But
Right, but I trust the makeup effects artist, and I trust the fact that she is the central character in her own
Yeah,
show,
they
that
gotta-
they will go above and beyond and they will step
Yeah.
up the makeup game.
well, it looks. I mean, from the trailer, there's a lot of really high
Oh,
production value going on there. So
yes. So
very
excited.
cool. And then this.
they had to throw in the
Ah.
trailer for good old Harrison.
So we got Phoebe Waller-Bridges back, and she is Indy's goddaughter, Helena. And
But they
what did they?
don't tell us from who.
Yeah. Who's your daddy?
Yeah,
Who's your daddy?
exactly. And they even got her out on the live stage
Yeah.
afterwards, and they were kind of poking this question, and she's just like, not no,
Mm, mm.
no reveals. But I love the harkening back to the 80s movie poster here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is they could have given
Got a
Indy a
Susan vibe.
modern poster kind of thing, the same kind
Yeah.
of we're talking about that you just saw out of Ahsoka.
Yeah.
No.
No, and it's really cool because Indiana Jones posters are like iconic. They look like those vintage travel posters. Like they look
They're of
they
the
look like-
time that the
yeah.
episodes take place in, right?
Yeah, and they give you that sense of adventure. And though I don't know all of the characters on here and what they're up to, it's just really well done. And I know they changed the positioning of the logo because usually Indiana Jones is all in one line. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. They have Boyd Holbrook from Logan and the Sandman. He played the Corinthian in Sandman. He's going to be one of the villains along with Mads Mikkelsen. Love him
All I
so
gotta
much.
say is Galen Erso looks very upset there.
Yes, very, very angry Galen Erso. This is what happens when you don't, the Empire messes with him. But
Mess with
yeah,
that Stardust.
yes, don't mess with Stardust. But yeah, just a phenomenal trailer. Good to see Sala back. John Rice Davies. Gotta love that guy.
And if you're watching the live stage, the YouTube live that they're doing they've played this trailer and they've played the Ahsoka trailer over and over. That's like what they're using, like between segments.
Filler, yeah.
They're playing the
So,
trailer for you.
That's another reason why I'm kind of glad I didn't go to Celebration, because I would get nothing done. I'd just be like,
You just
oh,
sit there
trailer again,
gawking
trailer
at it.
again.
That's kind of what happened.
No, but that's what happened in Chicago with the Rise of Skywalker. Like the live stage was right behind our table. Our booth was right behind the Del Rey booth, and the stage was right there, and everybody was stopped in front of our booth watching this trailer. And every time it came on, we were just like, wait a minute, and everybody would just stop, no matter where they were, because it was just crazy good. But yeah. So that will be me.
Think that you've gotten enough announcements, that enough has come out of the Lucasfilm panel, and that's it. That couldn't be more. The only disappointment, like I said, that I saw was Spencer totally gave me a fake post picture and thought that Harrison was there with the hat and the silhouette.
Oh, right. Misdirect
there. But no,
the de-aging process looked really, really good. It looked like they got young Harrison Ford on there. And just
those parts really did look quality. They did a great job with the deep fake kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And Sherry is saying no spoilers in the comments, so no spoilers on what happened in the trailer. I can't believe you haven't seen it yet. What? Come on, what are you doing? But look at this. Lucasfilm has announced 3 new.
So we knew that they had to be doing some kind of movie announcement thing.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and they kind of needed to gear back up and get back into the movie production side of Star Wars. And so after all these panels, well, actually, I think it was the other way around, right? Wasn't this one of the first things that was announced?
I don't know. They didn't stream this one, so I don't know the order.
Anyway, so I wasn't there, so again, we don't know for sure. Somebody that knows will clarify. Of course, we throw out our thoughts, and then the real information is just distilled later. But there's been this whole rumbling of there has to be some announcements, especially with the sort of the shakeups and things that had happened with other films that were sort of in the pipeline from previous announcements.
Oh yeah. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Instead of announcing trilogies, which I was really surprised about and also kind of relieved about, to be honest. We don't want to go too far in advance. We just kind of want to stick to stories and just build from there. I was pretty happy with
successful in the
one-off seemed to work.
Yeah.
Rogue One, huge. Solo was amazing despite the silly,
without having to have something to follow up.
Exactly.
The one-offs are an excellent way to go.
And if you want to do a sequel
the trilogy
later,
of trilogies. So we have the saga trilogy of trilogies. So that is not, there's no need to make a 4th trilogy, right? You're throwing off the whole rhythm, the balance of the whole thing. So the balance of the Force.
The rush. You can't rush.
Well, and speaking of balance, though, they've announced they bookended kind of the Star Wars universe. They announced one at the very beginning, way back. The first film is going to be The First Jedi.
Yeah.
And the next one is going to be set well after, what they say, 15 years after
Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. So all those who read The High Republic, you'll get your movie. James Mangold, the director of Logan, phenomenal movie. Again, these characters from Lucasfilm,
the Archives fans will be very happy.
Absolutely, yes. So he's going to be directing a movie about the First Jedi, and it will be set 25,000 years before the films take place. So that's a big jump of time and a lot of fantasy to play with, because you got the First Jedi and the First Sith. Absolutely. And I'm excited about that, and I think he can handle it really well.
Something we haven't seen on screen yet, so it'll be great directions.
So get those High Republic books and read up, kids, because you got some time.
Well, I think
watch some Jedi Archives
too.
This
is still way before even High Republic. This is like taking that and going, like way before even Old Republic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and I'm excited. So, and the major news Major news. Our boy, Dave Filoni, is directing a film in the Mandoverse, which will tie all those little loose ends together. Yes, nice cosplay, Dave. Boba Fett,
Dave's cosplaying.
Ahsoka, The Mandalorian, Rebels. It's
Yeah.
all being tied together by Dave's first feature film. So congratulations, Dave Filoni,
Oh yeah.
on
Well
making the
deserved.
jump from animation to live action and now to your first feature film. We appreciate you
From
and we are
Jedi
so
Apprentice under
excited
George Lucas to
to
master
master.
in his own right.
Yes.
And
So
I mean,
happy
I
for him,
think
dude.
in the concept of the movie, I love that it's not just we're giving Filoni a movie.
Yeah.
No, this
So
is
No.
culmination kind of thing.
Avengers.
He would not
They-
do a movie unless he had a story to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this has been his baby, and to some, obviously Jon Favreau as well, but he's put so much thought into everything that he's done in Star Wars, and I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to see where it
Well,
goes
it
and what story
also-
he's going to tell.
Yeah.
It makes me extraordinarily curious that they've known about this for a long time.
Mhm.
Dave and John have had this one planned.
Mhm.
Right.
All this is the same thing John did with the MCU.
Mhm.
Is he had
Sneak
every
up on it.
single one. He started directing. How they have kept this a secret, I don't know.
But it's fun. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of what you want in Star Wars, you know? Like these characters don't just exist in one-offs. Their stories, like our lives, continue and go through different
Overlap and
phases and
intersect.
overlap, and the 6 degrees of separation from this person and this person and this Wookiee and this droid. It's
This was something they
It's
kind of
huge.
alluded to previously anyways, was that
Mhm.
a lot of these shows would end up coming together at some point. They didn't say it would
Yeah.
be a movie or a show. They just said at some
Right.
point these
Yeah, I think
groups of
Kathleen
characters
even
would come back
mentioned this
together.
in Anaheim that
Yeah.
there would be that it would be interconnected.
Right, exactly.
Right. And last but not least, we have Charmin Obaid. No, it's okay. I'm just trying to get her name. She worked on Ms. Marvel, so her name is Charmin Obaid Chinoy, and she's going to direct a film with our girl Daisy Ridley. Oh my God, I went insane
Yes.
seeing Daisy on stage making a surprise appearance to announce that Rey will be rebuilding the Jedi Order 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. So you can see Daisy right here with Dave and Shamin, and you guys, I am
More stuff for
excited.
Daisy.
Yes,
I am just
so
like
excited. Look
how
how happy she is.
was.
She's so stoked.
And
Queen.
as much as so many people have just been down on her,
Yeah.
this is like the Rose Tico when people have
Ray
come
Redemption.
around. Yeah, the Ray Redemption.
This
Which-
makes me now.
Which number one she shouldn't have had to have, because I
No,
love
definitely.
this from the beginning.
Unwarranted
Anything
garbage
in
that she got.
This is what bothers me about Star Wars. It's you have these phenomenal actors and actresses who play the roles that they are given, and
Mhm.
they get such hate and such vitriol.
We're just
Kelly
doing their
Marie
job.
Tran, Kelly Marie Tran, Ahmed Best, Jake Lloyd, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega. Like, when does it stop?
Riva, the young lady that played
Yes,
Riva, I forget her name.
Moses Ingram.
Yeah, she.
Yes, Ahmed too. Yep, I definitely mentioned him. But
Ahmed
it's-
is sort of
yeah,
the original.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it makes me so angry, and the hate, I already see it popping up online. But you know what? We're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna love it,
Absolutely.
because she would not come back unless it was a story to tell, and
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And
Same.
here's my soapbox. I'm getting on my soapbox.
Get it?
Is this, if you were not a fan of Rey and her character in the sequel trilogy, this is not your Star Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to watch
It's
it.
not meant
Talk
for
nice
you.
about it.
Rey is the person, and Jar Jar was the person for a generation of Star Wars fans.
Bingo.
Whether you
that
like it or not.
love and idolize. And I don't care if the plot wasn't whatever. You
Yeah.
you
I
want your
would've done
adult
it this
Star
way.
Wars, go watch Andor. There
Yeah.
you go. Hey,
Honestly, I know a
What a
10-year-old
mix.
little
Such a
girl
mix.
who's grown up with the sequel trilogy with Rey and Kylo and Finn and Poe and all of these characters, and she loves BB-8, and she loves them so much. She's dressed as Rey since she was 4 years old.
No, of course.
And if you watch the Celebration 2019 video, she's the little Rey that puts her hand on the glass window.
Nice.
That's little Kira, and I love her so much. And this is huge to her. She was in tears when she found out Rey was coming back.
That's
so
great.
it's not
I'm
for
okay.
you. If you are a hater, this is not for you. Just accept it.
Move
You
along.
don't have to watch. Move
You-
along.
There is enough content that we are evidently showing you in the Star
Yes.
Wars universe
Yes.
that you can just don't watch this. Just
If it's not for you,
what you like.
sit down
Like
so
when you
someone
go to the-
behind you can see.
Yeah.
You go to the Star Wars buffet, you pick what you like. Use what
Yep.
you do not, and move
Right.
along.
Yeah.
You don't sit there and
So-
badmouth the food that you don't like.
But yeah, let's go back
Not for
here
you.
to a second for this as we're seeing
Yes.
those characters there. But here's
This
The
one, yeah.
timeline.
timeline.
Yeah.
This is the best.
big.
There's the dawn of the Jedi where they're going to be. You know, we've got the old Republic and some stories there. Yes, we want to see some content out of there. There's a lot of
Right.
a lot of books and comics and stuff there. We want to see that. The High Republic, which just keeps cruising forward in the literary world and comics and
Huge.
books. And I'm betting we're going to get some more content out of that coming up in the days ahead.
Yep.
Betting
They
that-
always have a huge literary presence at Celebration, and now that they have this to centrally focus on, it's gonna be big.
And then we've seen this other stuff. We've seen the rise of the Empire, the Age of Rebellion, the New Republic. We've seen the rise of
the First
Order,
Order.
and now we're going to bookend it again, and that's where the new Jedi Order is going to come in, and what's going to happen there, we don't know.
I'm really curious, and I'm looking at how close the New Republic is to the rise of the First Order, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder what we're gonna see on Mando. Like it just,
Yes,
it makes me so
exactly.
excited. Yeah. So
And it's within the time frame that if they don't finish up everything we want to see in the Mandoverse.
Like
yeah,
that,
it's exciting. It's so let's see.
very rich tapestry for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
And
I think
Giovanni says that also they've casually resurrected the original EU timeline with the James Mangold film announcement, Dawn of the Jedi era,
Nice.
25,000 years before the Phantom Menace, and he thinks that's incredible. So
Gio,
yeah,
what
Gio,
are you doing?
I
up
agree with you. Gio
Yeah.
is too
Like
excited to
3
sleep.
in the morning. Oh my gracious.
I think after a day at Celebration, he'd be knocked out.
No, not after this news.
No.
I'm wired. I gotta be up at like 3:30 in the morning to go to work. No way. I ain't sleeping tonight. It's like I just
Oh,
drank some caffeine.
Amazing. Thank you for joining us, Gio. That's great. But yeah,
one for
let's call
Ashley,
this-
one for the customer, one for
That's-
Ashley, one for the customer.
That's how we roll.
So
There we go.
I was just happy to see Daisy so like visibly stoked about
Oh my
coming
gosh.
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. She just looks.
She's beaming. Look at her, you guys.
For the next one,
really
I like the
is.
next shot.
Ah, love it.
There we go.
Love it.
But yeah.
Yeah,
And just-
she was really happy there. Me precious.
Yeah. And I love all the costumes lined up in the back of
Yeah,
all
that
the
was very
characters that have
cool.
it's like two tubes and the bartenders from like Oga's not Oga's. Oh my god. You can tell I've been to Batu too much. Maz's Cantina.
There's all
yeah.
types of different, especially sequel characters.
Yeah.
trilogy
And
characters
the characters that are on the desert planet that Rey dances with, you can see them in the cloak behind her.
there. Mm.
It's
Oh yeah,
really cool.
Yeah,
that big guy from Maz's castle,
Yep,
The guy
it was-
sitting in the chair like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
who was actually
but
species was represented in Bad Batch, which was very cool as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
but
So that was-
that's the
I'm
the
winded.
content from the first panel. That's from the first panel.
I need to go
One
take a
panel.
nap now.
One.
Actually, go see Mario, but that's beside the point.
So much more stuff went on in Star Wars Celebration today. If you want to wrap up on that, we don't have time for it. We can't even get all of that stuff to you. So many things that you can catch up on our page. Is watch our page.
Yes. I've been getting a lot of info today from the page. It's very useful resource.
Yeah.
Everything is there, and you
Yeah,
can get things
especially with
on.
like updates on Ewan McGregor, who
Mhm.
is currently filming a project where
They're being
he's
kinky.
going to be not have a plexi or mask on, but just be like separated by a lightsaber, which I think is really cool. And it's not, I don't think it's, disrespectful to fans at all, in my humble opinion. Like if I had to have that happen in my photo op, I'd just feel better about that than the plexiglass.
A little bit of physical spacing is not the
It-
same as a piece of freaking
Plastic.
plastic
I
between you.
understand, and it's for a good reason. And but I'm excited for all of you guys who get to meet your favorite celebrities, including you and McGregor.
And remember
As I
to say hello there. And when you hear hello there, you say General.
General Kenobi.
Not
Not.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
it's
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
no,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all sorts of other things happening. There were other panels today. There was the Andor, his making of Andor panel. There were all things on the live stage.
Oh,
Right.
tons of stuff. So much
A
content.
lot of our members ended the day.
Yes. Look at these
Right
snazzy,
there.
snazzy jerseys.
Yeah, the
At
the,
the
the gang was
501st.
out in force at the bash, the club bash. as it's
Yes.
called these days.
501st Bash, or it's the Club Bash, as Jeff said.
It's always going to be the 501st bash to people that have gone for
Been
years.
there, yeah, exactly. So
I mean, I will try to refer to it as its proper name, but it's in my heart. It's really the 501st
and
bash.
honestly,
They
you
did
guys,
originate it.
we've loved seeing your cosplay. I've seen the clone trooper, the homeless clone trooper with the sign
Oh,
from
great.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Somebody is out there in that cosplay, totally inventive. I've seen
The
kids dressed
cosplay
up.
game is pretty stellar there.
You guys brought it this
We'll have
year.
to focus on some of that on one of the next episodes here.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
we'll do that.
So
That would be a
make
good
sure you
thing.
post your cosplay photos in the group because we want to see you, and
Yeah,
we
we'll
might feature
we'll
you
share them
tomorrow
in
night.
the stream, and you can come back and listen to us talk about how cool you look in your amazing costume.
Yes. So I will have to find a photo of that clone trooper because honestly, I was expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it. So when it
Right.
finally happened, I was like, oh yeah, somebody did it. So
And,
that
Yeah,
was
I
huge.
had forgotten about it before I saw this. I had forgotten about
Yeah.
it was because that had happened, I think, a day or two that had happened right there at Celebration Anaheim, and I actually talked to Tamora about that.
Mm,
Oh wow.
The autograph, and it's like,
Right.
oh, that was just down on his luck.
mm.
Like, was that a clone trooper?
Amazing.
Was that a person? And he's like, yeah.
Exactly. Well, it's great we had that cameo.
Yeah, honestly, and the beard and everything were just phenomenal. But we also had some toy reveals from Hasbro, including a chatting chopper. You guys, I need him. He's so cute. And his arms are flailing.
Oh, that's
I
great.
guess Hasbro Pulse will have him up for pre-order, I think on Tuesday. So if you
And
haven't
already a new Black Chrysanthemum figure that was
Yes.
order dropped 2 days ago.
Yes.
Yeah, that
So
one is really cool looking.
it's been updated for Book of Boba Fett. So Hasbro didn't know that Black Chrysanthemum was going to appear in Book of Boba Fett. So when they did it based on the comic. That's why the packaging looks like the comic. They had no idea he was going to be
Also,
Carrie Jones in
the
live
figure,
action.
yeah, the figure was different than what was on the
Right.
screen.
It looks like the comic one, and
Yeah.
it's
And
this
friends,
is
windowed packaging is coming back.
Yes, that's an amazing.
yeah,
Yes.
best
Such a-
news. And we also have a phenomenal Bad Batch line for season 2, updated armor, new Omega look. Everybody looks great, even the
those figures
stormtrooper.
look really good.
I'm trying to get away from collecting Black Series figures and kind of focus on Hot Toys. And I have most of the Bad Batch on pre-order, just have to get Wrecker. But honestly, you're killing me, Hasbro. But this is amazing, and I am really excited for those as well. So, any other reveals happened today that you guys are excited about or wanted?
I think Funko dropped for order on the website the
wow.
summer con exclusive figures, the R2 and R5 and the Jar Jar.
Cool.
I think you can order them there. I think I have seen that the Armorer Loungefly is available for order online.
Ooh. Yes.
Quote
That one
me
is
on
pretty-
The
that.
way.
Pretty amazing looking.
So
Happy
Yeah.
for Emily.
some
Ah,
really
so
cool
happy.
stuff going on.
I was able to get the Wrecker and was it Wrecker? Yeah, it was Wrecker and Hunter Loungeflies at Celebration Anaheim along with the wallets. So I don't know, keeping the streak alive, but they had a really cool Han Solo and Carbonite one. And
Yeah, they come up with some really inventive stuff. It's a lot of
yeah,
fun.
so
Okay.
cool.
They
And
weren't so
then
tiny and impractical. I might
That's
actually
what
consider
that was what I
buying
was
them.
about to say, Jeff. It's like I am 6'3".
it
need
does
Put
one
my
not
of
matter.
fist in
I've
there, and
seen
then I won't be able to get it
I've
out.
seen a man who is 6'6" carrying around a Spider-Man bag in Anaheim. So you have
Yeah.
no choice. No choice, David.
There are a lot of lounge flies in my house. I just justify them and I buy them for my daughter. Yeah.
There you go. He lives vicariously.
Yeah, the whole like Yzma and Kronk on the roller coaster ride. Is that your bag?
Mhm.
I have that one. I love that one.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But anyway,
Yeah.
friends,
That was
that is
great.
about our time today. We've gone
Yes.
over. It's like it's a Rebels Revisited trait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm bringing the extra juice here tonight.
And
So
Mark's here in spirit.
yes,
little
I had to
long-
include him in the photo.
Yes,
And
definitely.
so glad you guys
He
are
would have been
having
here
so
in
much fun.
person if he hadn't had the horrible opportunity to actually attend Celebration for his work. So
Heaven forbid.
And
good on
he's
him.
done
He
some-
looked like he's been working his butt off too. So
Seriously, like the
hopefully-
Mando reveal station at the Denuo Novo booth, you guys have to go and check that out. New but jetpack, new muddy
that thing
Mando
looks
helmet, new battle damaged Mando helmet, Bo-Katan, Sabine, Jango Fett, like everybody is there. You could definitely go by the Denuo Nova booth and check that out if you are at Celebration, and say hi to Mark and thank him for being there.
Get a photo with Mark and post it up on the page. I've seen
Yes, we want to see your
people do
photos
that.
with Mark. Go bug
If
him.
you get a photo with anybody, post it up
And
on the
Spencer.
page. We might share some of them.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. If you see
I
any
think-
of our virtual Cantina fam, especially if they're wearing
Yeah.
racers like David is wearing
Definitely.
right now, go say hi.
I think tomorrow is New Racer Day. Is tomorrow New Racer Day, Jeff?
Ooh, is it Family Photo Day?
It's for the photo, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine that would be
Tomorrow?
probably ideal.
Yeah.
Whether or not you have a shirt, a virtual Cantina swag, hat, shirt, whatever, don't worry about
100%.
it. Just go. You can wear it or not, and just show up for the photo. That's really what we want.
Yeah. If you're
Good.
watching this, show up. Like you guys
Yeah,
are part of the
if you're not
family.
asleep right now, which you probably are, if you watch this in the morning before you go to con,
That's right.
remember
Yeah.
to bring virtual Cantina stuff. But if you don't feel shy about showing up. You're
Absolutely
more
not.
than welcome.
Yeah.
And if you are stateside or if you are somewhere else in the world and you are not there, do what we've been doing to get the content right here for you and watch over there.
Yep.
Down
Celebration, Star Wars
Celebration
Celebration Live. It's a great resource.
Go to YouTube and search for Star Wars Celebration. And I think it starts 9-ish Eastern, 8:45, 9-ish Eastern time in the morning, and it went on all day.
Yes.
So
So it starts 2 p.m. UK time. So yeah, just make sure you tune in and check it out. And again, if you're in costume, if you're there, feel free to post. You might make the stream.
Yeah. And tune in tomorrow. We'll have more content and other
More
things that
news.
we didn't talk about today, and maybe some more
Mhm.
shots of different parts of the convention. And definitely be talking about the panels and announcements that happen throughout the day tomorrow.
that's
Very
it.
excited.
And
All right.
until then,
What are you whispering? Oh,
did it freeze? It froze. I was saying be
Oh,
quiet.
no.
so everybody gets on.
yeah, I did. I shut up real quick, but anyways, we'll get
All
it to
right,
work
let's try it
one
one
of
more
these
time.
times.
Yes.
There we go. Hopefully you guys heard that.
Vader
Good old
has
James Earl
spoken.
Jones.
This is CNN.
Yes.
And we'll
We had
see
to
you
throw in our
again
buddy
tomorrow
James, the amazing voice and,
Yeah.
Star Wars Illuminati. All right. You guys have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for joining
and
us.
May the force be with you.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.